What's up, everybody? Absolutely Alphas in the building.
Hello. Episode
3
Quattro
of Season 2.
Season 2. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for staying tuned and being fans and loving up on us. We appreciate that.
Appreciate y'all.
I hope you guys had a good week. We had a good week, and we're eager to do this review for the new J. Cole. But first, how was your week, brother?
Oh, thank you. Oh, dang. Yeah, took a little time off from the day job, and to build, work on stuff for the show and other stuff as well.
Good.
Got to keep your life in order. So it was a fairly productive week.
Good.
And yeah, actually got a little lit last night.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Oh, so you went to the
really...
spoken word thing?
Yeah, I messed with that a little bit, but it was a lot of hopping around. Really, that's what it ended up being. It was a lot going on.
That's always fun.
It was like the Hampton Roads was lit last night.
Yeah.
Like
it
don't normally be about that lit, but it was like that.
Yeah. Weather needs a break. I'm tired of it myself.
Oh yeah, and it's still it was still a little chilly last night too, right?
It was. It's like a chill. A chill just won't go away. I'm like, just go away, chill.
Like chill.
Like, my goodness. But I had a good week too.
How was yours?
My week was alright. I went to Delray Beach last week, and that's in Florida.
Yeah.
And it was so nice. Everybody was so happy. That's why I want to move. I want to move to Florida. But I tried this place out called BurgerFi, and they had this vegan plant-based burger that was made by a company called Beyond. Probably shouldn't be doing all this promotion.
Yeah, you didn't have to say the name of the company.
But I didn't. But I want my people to go get it because it's good and it's an alternative to
it's good for you. I mean, I do condone.
Yeah.
Vegetarian.
It's called Beyond Meat. I've only seen it at Whole Foods. Kroger doesn't have it. But it's good. It tastes just like steak.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm a foodie, and it's fantastic.
As a regular Kroger person, I'm going to say I'm pretty sure Kroger will have it soon, though.
Yeah. They have it, but they didn't have the burgers when I went. They have other products, too.
They catch up, though.
Yeah, they will.
They will. They'll catch up. You ain't got to go to overpriced ass Whole Foods. You ain't got to go there. Sure.
And you only get 2 beautifully nestled patties, like $5.67.
Shit is like $50
but
per
it's
burger.
So good. It's so worth it. Like you cannot tell the difference.
Delicious, absolutely.
But let's get into this review.
It's KOD.
KOD.
KOD. I'm hard as shit.
Yes, that came out Friday the 20th, and it was fantastic.
Yeah. Hip hop fans will love it.
Yeah.
Jazz fans will love it. R&B fans will love it. J. Cole fans will love it.
Yeah.
I think every song had a concept.
It did. The album was mostly recorded while Cole was on tour in Europe and Australia. Mm-hmm. He actually went back to perfect the last 3 tracks after his tour.
Wow.
He said that in an interview. Google it. I'm not sure where. The album is 42 minutes and 27 seconds, 11 tracks. It's his 5th studio album. Released through Dreamville Records, Rock Nation, and Interscope.
Nice.
So all 3 of them together. Wow. Produced by J. Cole, Ibrahim Hamad, Childish Major, and a few others. So the acronym KOD. Do you know?
You know what? I didn't do the education on it. I was trying to. I wanted to figure it out by listening to the album.
I also did.
I wanted to do that, so obviously you got to do extra research to figure that shit out. Though I thought it was King of Diamonds or something, but I don't know.
I did the education because I love acronyms. Acronyms are a thing that I like a lot. So I had to know. I had to know for sure. So when I looked it up, he actually defined it on a trailer that he did for the album. He did a trailer for the album, so it means 3 different things collectively: kids on drugs. Mm-hmm. King Overdose, and Kill Our Demons. So they're all great messages. That's pretty much encompasses the message, all the messages of this album. All 3 of those things: King Overdose, Kill Our Demons, and Kids on Drugs. That's what the album's about. He breaks them down, like I said in the album trailer. I think they have it on YouTube. You can just YouTube KOD trailer, and you'll see the interview. But he breaks it down a little bit better there. The cover art was done by a Detroit artist. Detroit, it's a lot of Detroit. Detroit is lit.
Yeah, Detroit been lit.
And you know how I know Detroit even more lit? Because all the movies, like 90% of the black movies on the Amazon channel, like Amazon Video, are Detroit.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Creators. A lot of them are Detroit. Um, I think I've caroused around there long enough to make that statement, but I could be wrong. So don't quote me on it and come at me about it. Don't come at me, bro. But the cover art, like I said, Detroit artist Kamal Haroon. He's known artistically as 6 Mile. That sounds like Asian, like some type
Well,
of Asian.
I know in
Death
the
Mile.
Detroit area they have the named mile streets, right?
Oh, okay.
Like
yeah.
like 8 Mile from Eminem.
Oh no, MAU. SIXMAU.
Okay.
But I feel like the artwork, I looked at it, it was very enchanting, and I mean it was very powerful, I think. And I definitely think they worked together to kind of intrinsically create this piece to fit the album so perfectly, because you got the kids, like he's stringing out the kids like they're doing drugs,
right?
You know what I mean? He's the king, obviously.
It was creepy looking to me, I'll be honest.
It was creepy, but it was like a beautiful creepy.
And then some of the there were some demonic sounds in the album a little bit, so it was like, I don't know, sometimes I was a little creeped out, like looking at the cover and like listening to him. It was like,
oh, now I want to look at the cover and listen to it.
Yeah, like you look at the cover, this is shit.
It do sound like it would be creepy if you look at it.
He up there with no eyes. And
no eyes out here.
And then like, one of the babies under him is like a skeleton, so like that died from drugs. You know what I mean? It's like a baby skeleton smell like I'm dead. Like, you know what I mean, type of shit.
But I think it's powerful too.
Oh yeah, the messages were extremely powerful.
But that is super creepy though.
It was creepy shit.
When I first saw it, I was like.
Like,
so I tried to focus on everything else. Like I'm trying not to zoom in on that.
Then the coloring of it makes it worse. Like the coloring is like real, like it's painted. Like and it's.
Yeah, you like it.
The cover was a little creepy. You know it's a little creepy.
I feel you. All right. So the intro.
Okay. I mean, he starts it off with a banger.
Yeah.
Starts it off with a banger. Like I started off the show like KOD. I'm hard as shit. Like that's the chorus, but smooth rapid fire trap flow. He doesn't have like the breaks in his trap flow like you hear a lot of these new cats.
Right.
He just
continuous. I like that.
He gives you this all the bars. He just keeps going. Rides the beat very well.
Yes, he does.
I mean, he sets it off very strong here. And he, and it's more chill conceptually because there isn't really like much of a concept with this track. It's just like a fire ass song,
It is. It's my favorite track on the album.
It's the song I've had on repeat the most.
Easily my favorite track. I was like, whoa! If everything's equally better than this or better, this is fire.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. But this is my favorite song.
Not everything wasn't as up to beat. I mean, all the beats were befitting of his topics. All of them were.
And I think, so this KOD, this again, the title is The Embodiment. So this song is the embodiment of the album. So he kind of talks about, like, he has his thesis statement. Exactly. And he's talking about everything that he's...
So that underlines what I just said. Okay.
Exactly. And so he speaks to in the first track, which we're talking about, that KOD, he speaks on his perspective of success and power and not taking advice, I think. The first verse is my fave because he'd be like, why don't you just get the fuck up my dick? How about you listen and never forget? Only gonna say this one more time. Niggas not worthy to be on my shit.
Right. Niggas ain't. I love saying that niggas ain't worthy. I like saying that in real life.
I love saying that too.
So I related to that instantly as soon as he said it.
Instant.
No
not worthy. No one's worthy.
People think they worthy, but they really aren't. It's kind of
of
insulting to think that you're worthy of the shit that you be asking for real.
All right. But then, now I want to talk about the actual intro too. So the intro, and I wanted to point out this because it's like this robot lady voice, and she's talking about like the intro to the album, and she's talking about how babies process emotion. What is how newborn babies communicate? Laughter, crying. Yeah. So basically, something that's echoed throughout this album, and I'll point it out, is the last thing she says is choose wisely on how you deal with pain. Because you're gonna have pain, you're gonna have crying, and you're gonna have, so choose wisely how you deal. Because people naturally do drugs to deal with pain. Like that's so he's telling you not to do those things.
And J. Cole is also presenting later on in the album Resolution. Or a solution to it,
which is even more beautiful.
Yeah, he actually gets a solution, which you don't always hear artists talk about solutions.
The solutions, right?
So
that's a good point.
He's talking about something kind of trendy now, like in the you know, in the, I guess, outside the hip hop world, you know.
Right.
But meditation, we'll talk about that a little bit later, though.
Yes, medicate, don't meditate, meditate, don't medicate.
You want to move on to photograph?
Yes.
All right, so this is kind of what I was talking about on episode 1. So basically, what I was trying to say, what I was alluding to in episode 1 of our first season, about like social value, which is interchangeable with like survival and replication value, is like women basically lead everything socially. That's what I was, that's one thing I was trying to say, and it's like it's old, and since women lead everything socially, the majority of your Instagram or internet, like social media traffic, is like the audience of women. That's because they want, I mean, and it's old, like, so he's talking about the gram or snap, that's what he's talking about in this song.
Instagram, I think.
Right, you know, so he's talking about what's going on today.
Right.
But like, but back then, like when the internet first, like when you had 56K and shit, you had GeoCities and Yahoo, and chicks was up there, you know, still, you know, absorbing the adulation, you know, getting their high off curving dudes. Like it's old shit. It's old shit, but I mean, now we got better technology and it just looks better, you know. So now you got filters and, you know, you got Photoshop, and you got, you know, butt shots. So you got a lot more.
You got those angles. More importantly,
you got angles. Yeah, women have perfected the angles. So I mean, women run this shit. So it's like
Beyonce's told you that.
So I mean, but here's the thing though. It's like, it's like, you know, it's something that we don't. Yeah, what your Beyonce talks about it, but it's like. That's another episode to really get into, but it's like, okay, so I have it is a passion point, but like I got an excerpt here.
Right.
So niggas be talking so slick, I'm not the nigga for lip.
Oh,
putting my heart in the clip.
Hey.
Can't see my heart, it don't fit.
Hey.
Don't think I'm built for this shit.
Hey.
Too busy thinking of what if.
Hey.
I shoot my shot in the brick.
I
shoot my shot in the brick.
Yeah.
But I mean, conceptually, this is one of the best songs in the album to me. Conceptually, and I mean, every verse he said, like, I think it's as a result of the way that social media has always been since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a song that most, or at least a lot of men can relate to, like word for word.
I put that
for every word of the song that he said in the song, like everything he said.
Right.
That's why I have this quote here from the song, because it's like some real shit for real.
I put that too. That is very relatable to the time that we're in now. And it's like he's gathering all her characteristics, and he's falling in love with a photograph.
A picture,
literally
yeah.
a picture.
A picture.
He's watching her, and he sees her, and he thinks that she's this one person. But in reality, she's probably really not that person.
Yeah, she probably had G's ran on that in real life. Most times they got G's ran.
Oh, hello, G's ran on her. Okay.
G shit, nigga.
References love today has gone digital, and it's messing with my health. That's my takeaway.
I mean,
it's a mellow track. It's a nice beat. It's a laid back track.
And that's why I said every song of it is like the true shit though.
Yeah.
Is this shit is like it's fucking people's health too. Like it's not good for you.
It's not.
Fellas, go out.
You fuck around and get catfish.
Just
90% of the
time. Just take that from me. Like I'll say the majority of my interactions with women have been that were from in person were better like than internet interactions.
That's outstanding advice.
You know, but it's like that's the social media lead of women though. It's like where are you most likely to meet the most attractive women? That's the only thing. That's what I'm trying to say from the beginning. It's I
don't get too riled up. Let's not deviate too much. You've already passion pointed us to death on that shit. So.
Yeah.
Okay, the next track is The Cutoff.
So
perfectly placed also, because I'm finna cut that off.
Thank you for cutting me off.
You're welcome. This one, okay. Fun fact. Kill Edward is the feature on this.
Okay.
Kill Edward. Do you know who Kill Edward is?
This is also Ego. And not just that, but like I noticed, well, he'll write in the title featuring Kill Edwards, but there were some tracks on the album where I think Kill Edwards was still on there that he didn't actually write that he was featured on there.
Oh, okay.
Because he doesn't have.
He only wrote in on 2 tracks.
He only wrote it on 2 tracks, but I think he's on more than 2.
I agree.
Yeah, you know. So I mean, because I don't think there's anyone else featuring on the album besides J. Cole.
Features.
Like it's just him.
My album. It's mine. and I'm
And
doing
he
it.
gonna act like other people to act like he got features and shit.
Featuring another version of me. It's what should be featured. That's what. If I'm finna feature something, it's finna be me.
Real, I fuck with that though.
Not nothing wrong with
That's
that.
real shit.
Right. I see myself doing that if I had a feature. Bro,
I mean, then like later on, you know, he actually start flexing like an OG on the last track. We'll get to that, but it's like,
and that's the thing in hip hop, and I like it.
He's big enough to do that though. You feel me?
Because only bigs have done it. Tupac did it. It was Machiavelli. Logic did it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's countless hip hop artists that have done that. So, this one I think is how he struggles to cut off people that are using him.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is also very relatable to anybody who's ever came up and had people around them who were not already up. You know, it's real on all levels. Like, so I can imagine how bad it is when you're like super rich.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's enhanced.
Like you really have to.
We deal with it on the micro level. You feel me?
Right. But it's there. It's just the mentality of people. You know what I mean? People are envious. People are jealous. People want to use you. They don't know any better though.
Right.
So it's a part of our conditioning, like Logic told us. I mean, like Tech Nine told us. Yeah.
Drugs and conditioning.
Drugs are conditioning. Right. Okay, we coming back to that whole concept. But that's also what this track is about is, you know, we're conditioned to be like this because we don't know any better. And what aggravates that notion is drugs. So don't use drugs. Just say no.
It's like drugs augment it, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I like this track though.
I like it. Like I said, you know, because like I said, the beats they're not like as cracking as like how he set off the album. Because he turned up on the first track, but it's like now the beats are just a lot more humble and like the cutoff to me is like
humble. Humble. We got them humble beats. So
I'm choking on spit, but I mean, what I'm really trying to say is the beat and the chorus.
Humility.
Sound, you know, sad because he's talking about a sad topic.
It is sad.
Cutting people off, and he has that depressing piano, and I mean it's the mood, you know. This is a song you can really feel. You can really feel this song. Like I emotionally connected with this song.
I did too.
Kill Edwards is singing.
Yeah.
To me too. Wait, like to me, right?
She's singing to you.
He's singing specifically to me. Yeah. It has a. Then he has that. Then Kill Edwards. He switches between the singing and the choppy trapping sounds.
Bottom line, I can't cope. Bottom line, I can't cope. Right. That's in the chorus. So basically, he's saying, "Look, I can't cope. So I gotta be. I'm coming at you to get the drugs.
Right.
I need the money to get the drugs because I can't cope down here with your success, maybe, and you know my other environmental misfortunes. You know what I mean? So
and just another, you know, very quick passion point. I mean, that's just like the condition of how people interact.
Right.
When people come up and others
status
don't.
Changes.
I mean, it's not even like on purpose. Like you might think the person like is coming at you with something, like they have ill will, and they don't.
They don't.
You know,
they
like
just want to. It's a lot of times it's survival for them.
Yeah.
To use you.
I mean, it's
them
not.
It's a survival.
It's not conscious. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's not conscious.
I don't think it's conscious in a lot or most cases.
I gotta survive, so I'm gonna just do whatever I need to do to get. No matter who I use,
but on both sides,
right?
Like, you know what I mean? Because like to the person that's still down, and you know, they might be looking at you like, oh, you think you the shit now,
right? Exactly.
Shit, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's very relatable, and absolutely. You know, feeling the hopelessness lead to addiction and lack of royalty. I mean, royalty and lack of loyalty.
No, it's royalty because he's up there with a crown on.
Right.
So that is also royalty as well.
But the addiction to change your loyalty and to change your trust. You know what I mean? Because you'll look at people sideways because you really just trying to convince yourself to use them to get the shit you want. Instead of just saying, I'm going to be a loyal motherfucking person. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just, you know, so that was, it's a real song.
Absolutely.
It's gonna make your heart tingle a little bit.
It pulled at me.
It pulled a muscle.
Yeah. So
ATM
where you can hear the ATM sounds like, but I mean it's like like it's like mad bills coming out of there though. Like
so many bills.
Who got that many bills coming out the ATM?
Obviously,
so
cool.
See, like, so I can hear Kill Edwards on this song, but he didn't actually like list him in the featuring. So this is one example of the song of a song I'm speaking about.
Yeah.
So
it starts with the Lady Robot voice. Again, the echo that I mentioned that I would mention. she's saying choose wisely how you deal with pain. So the song is prefaced with her saying that.
Okay.
Counting money, basically it. That's all you need to say. They count money, I'm getting money, and I'm counting it. That's it. Counting money and getting it. But stay getting the bag, basically. Speaks to our obsession with money. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it. Basically. That's the punchline right there.
I picked up a nice trappy flow over a smooth piano beat though.
Oh, the piano is beautiful.
And it's starting to sound like the theme of the album. Like, you know, he has like, you know, some new flow. Sometimes he got some old flow, but I mean, with some, you know, some smooth, like slower beats to like, you know, to help convey the messages that he's trying to give us.
Yeah.
About you know, drug addiction. So he's just like openly admitting that, you know,
he loves money.
He loves money. He loves money, but we need it though. But he loves it. You know, it's like
it's caught up. It's a double-edged sword.
It's the love of money is the root of all evil.
That's what you call a catch-52.
Real shit.
Next one is Motivate, and it's MOTIV and the number 8. Clever, J. Cole.
I like that. Yeah. The choruses on ATM and Motivate sounded like the choruses and the theme and the flow sound similar on both these songs. So it's almost like to me like he was kind of like repeating the same theme.
Yeah.
But what'll probably happen is
this is my least favorite song.
Interesting. So, but what'll probably happen is now it's interesting that you say this because what'll probably happen is the ATM I think it's like the prelude to Motivate, and Motivate will probably be the single. I think Motivate would be a single.
Okay.
We'll see. I could be wrong, but I mean, it's like ATM is more like this will stay on the album for like, you know, conceptually, but then Motivate will become the single. I think that's all. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to start off by saying it's singles out that I don't like.
This is out.
No, I said it's singles out that I don't like. See.
Yeah, that happens. That happens to me often, actually.
Very often.
Quite often. So I mean,
it's difficult to listen to these days.
Real shit.
But he talks about what I like on this. I do like on this track how he said he likes natural girls.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, that girl's vibing. He likes naps and shit.
There you go.
Quote, naps and shit. End quote.
And bringing back the Biggie, you know, telling me to get my money up.
Right.
You know, it's one of those new beats, so that's why I think it'll be a radio single.
Okay.
So one of those new beats to me means a beat that I didn't particularly care for.
Right.
But I mean,
that's what I put. Okay.
But his flow will I think is you know, his flow and like what he's speaking about, like what he's saying.
So I think the hearts of America.
I think will be it. I think it'll be catchy.
Yeah.
But I mean, just like he just kept saying like, you know, motivate. But like on the last one was like count it up. Yeah. Like it sounded very similar.
Yeah.
But I think
it was I don't know.
It was back to back though, you know.
Yeah.
And then it was a little repetitive.
I'm sure they'll probably grow on me.
Little redundant.
Especially if they play it in the club all the time.
Yeah. Interesting that you call Motivate your least favorite song because Kevin's Heart is my least favorite song.
Okay.
On this album, and he has an over R&B. I mean, okay. So there's some debate if you do research online about what the concept of this song really is, because some people say that he's cheating with a drug addiction, or like that there's a correlation between drug addiction and
interesting. I didn't know
infidelity. So there's debate about it. So comment please about how you interpreted Kevin's Heart, because to me like it's just like an old R&B beat or R&B sample beat on a very like played out concept, you know, about like infidelity, like, oh, you know what I mean, I wish I had to be out here cheating on my girl, or you know, it's just kind of old, you know what I mean.
Okay.
I mean he's still saying some real shit.
I think he's just talking about his temptation. I think what he's talking about, I like this song.
Okay.
It's my second favorite song on the album. And I think my perception of it is that he's saying, you know, it's hard out here for me not to resist these females. I know you're good for me, and I know you're what I need, but I got too many other options, drugs, and money to get over here, and it's so much fun.
I mean,
you know, but he knows in order for him to be, because he said wifey, what he say? What is it? She got wife written all over. And the way he said it is weird. She got wife written all over is what he's actually saying.
Yeah.
Because it sounded like he was saying something else when I first heard it before I looked up the lyrics. I wanted to know what they were saying.
Okay, interesting. I don't normally catch lyrics.
Like, it sounded like she got. It sounded like she got what and not about like.
Yeah, I don't normally catch lyrics very well. Like I don't think I'm very good at it. But that's actually something I caught the first time he said this. That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
So I mean, but you caught a lot more art from the song than I did as well. So
it gets harder to resist temptation the more popular you become.
I mean, but it's going in order to theme. So like it comes after ATM and Motivate. Yeah. So now it's like,
and it's drugs too.
Yeah. So like, right. So it's like you are exposed to all these temptations as you raise your status. Right. You have so many more options, and it is what it is. So that's why it lands in this order. So I do like the order it goes in. Now I'm just now catching this live. The order that it's going in. But he said some real shit like I'm a fake nigga and it's never been clearer. Damn. Like that was some real shit to me because it's like. A lot of times I be trying to tell people that
you out here being fake to these chicks. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, no, real shit though. But it's like when people talk about you should just be real or just tell her what it is or blah blah, and it's like
but I can't.
He's saying some real shit because everyone doesn't have that personality type where a chick would just vibe with that. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the bottom line. That's another show. We can get into that later.
Spare, bro.
We can get into that later. That's what's up. God, suck my succotash. So, we can get into that later. But I just think it was real that he would just come out and say that like I'm a fake nigga. Well, and then I think fake should even have quotes around it like I'm a fake nigga. Because it's like it is what it is. Some guys had that personality type and they just got to do what they got to do.
I don't think that's what he's saying at all. And if fake had quotes around it, that is what it would mean. But it doesn't. So he's saying that he's being fake to the females.
It's not going to be in the lyrics that he's not going to put quotes in the lyrics. You know what I mean?
Right. But what he's actually saying, I think, is that the women that he is temptationed by is temptation the word?
Tempted.
The women that are tempting him. He really wants to be with this girl, but he's being fake to her.
No.
By telling her that he's doing the right thing and he's not.
No.
And he feels bad about that.
No, that's included in what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. You weren't paying attention.
I did. I was paying attention. I just don't agree with you. All right.
But what you're saying includes what I'm saying. That's all. I mean, like I'm agreeing with you.
It could.
I'm agreeing with you.
But he's saying that it's fake because he think he doesn't have the right type of vibe to get the woman unless he lies.
Because
that's what I'm not agreeing with.
I'm thinking about verses like all these dudes on songs be like I'm a real nigga. I'm not a rich nigga. I ain't no trap nigga. I ain't no thug. I'm a real nigga. So like it's a lot of rappers and R&B artists that say that in their tracks like I'm a real nigga, and that might be like a pickup line for shorties. Like I'm a real nigga and I keep it real all the time. I'll tell you I'm out here, getting bitches and all that. But it's like
it'd be fun if he came and was like,
it's like all I'm saying is everybody doesn't have the personality type that they can just do that shit. That's what I'm trying to say. So to me that was one of the interpretations I picked up. I mean, if he's ever listening to this review, I think he would be inclined to agree with me.
I don't think he would disagree with you, but what I'm saying is I don't think that he's talking about when he's already with the females. Yeah. And he doesn't have issues meeting females. He's not even talking about having issues meeting females. He's just talking about temptation.
Yeah.
So he has the options. Yeah. So that would be a perception.
He's talking about that, but he's not talking about just that, I don't think.
Okay, I got you. So also drugs. Again, circle back to the drugs when we wrap this track up. Because drugs assist in that urge to want to cheat, because you're more prone. Like if you out here lit all the time, you're in that lifestyle. You're gonna be more willing to participate in, cheating with somebody. If you're under the influence of fucking narcotics and alcohol,
and that's probably what a lot of those baddies are too. A lot of the bad shorties.
Okay, world. Brackets is the next song.
Conceptually, I think the best track on the album. Conceptually,
Richard Pryor's on the info. Let's talk about that. He was like, I ain't trying to brag it up, but he was like, I got so much fucking money.
he didn't even say the word much. He said, I got so a fuck money. Like he didn't even say much. Like he cut himself off. Richard Pryor was funny as shit,
Richard Pryor was so funny. He was like, it's like, what if I went home? So I went home to my dad and told him, hey, Dad, I got this much money. Dad be like, no, you don't, nigga. Joe Lewis ain't even got that much money.
Right. You lying motherfucker.
He said, you like, get out.
Get out here, you lying ass nigga.
But his voice is so funny, though.
Richard Pryor is a goat, man.
Genius. But he's talking about, it's very mellow, it's very somber.
Yeah,
I do like this track. It's smooth. Said that he has haters and making the transition into success and realizing that can cause a void that needs to be filled. With what?
Drugs.
Just say no, boys and girls. That's all I'm out here trying to tell y'all. I say no to drugs, along with J. Cole's. Coley Cole. Speaks on taxes. This is very pro-black song. So he speaks about taxes, and he's like, I don't even get it. It's like, it's not going to the schools, it's going to the guns, it's getting put in my neighborhoods, it's another bloody shirt, you know. So basically the taxes aren't supporting the black community the way they should be, and that's always been the case. But you know, conversations and discussions make things change. It starts with the conversation. Awareness, you know.
Right, yeah, and that's how it starts. You gotta spark the minds out there.
The history that we get taught is whack. It's about some people that, and that's a lie. And like Paul Revere, all that's a lie. All that's a lie.
Damn it.
If you really researched Paul Revere on some, like, not in the school's books, he was not that guy, I'm telling you.
Right.
So violence and taxes. Oh, then at the end, it's like, well, mama gotta go pay these taxes again. Right. And she just buried her son, and it starts all over, and it's sad, and it's a conditioning that we have to reverse.
Yeah, so like, you know, we're in agreement. Another smooth beat, old school sound to me. With the guitar, it has like that old school sound with that, like with the guitar instrumental that he has.
Yeah,
and he's singing again, so it has a depressing mood for another depressing topic.
Yeah,
and it sounds like Killer's singing again. Actually,
he flowed well on this too.
He did, absolutely. Oh yeah. Good execution and flow, and I think Killer's on here again, but he's not listed as a feature.
Right?
But I think he's singing. I think Killer's singing again. First hip hop song I remember ever hearing about taxes, where that was like the theme of the song.
Yeah.
And there's one track I actually have a quote on here for. So one quote. Not even a verse, but a quote. Better yet, let me decide, bitch, it's 2018. Let me pick the things I'm funny from an app on my screen.
Yes.
So hopefully you app developers out there who are politically inclined, or hopefully even, maybe I'm asking a bit much, but even the government, if you can make a simplified app where we can just kind of vote from our phone and pick the issues right there when the time comes. I mean,
shout out to app makers.
Right, shout out to app makers. Well, really, it's really all about who's in the office and Senate, though. Right. Like if they're going to make the fucking apps, you know.
All right, so I think that the next song is "Once an Addict."
Mm-hmm.
It's an interlude. It's listed as an interlude.
But it's a whole song, though. He listed as an interlude, but it's a whole song.
This song almost made me cry.
Oh yeah, it was strong. It was strong.
Almost made me cry. This song is sad, and it's about his mom. Mm-hmm. And his mom talks about she's listening to Marvin Gaye. He listens to her, and she got a cheap bottle of Pinot Grigio, and she gets drunk, and she turned into another person, and she's heartbroken because the father left her.
Yeah.
And it's just really, really sad. Then he grows up. He loves his mother, though. He loves her so much. And then when he grows up, gets of age to go to college, he thinks, oh, I finally can escape her, and I can get out of this torment. But then she calls him, and he can't hang up. He want to listen to her. That's his mother. He loves his mother.
He said he was pissed off, too.
He was mad.
He was mad at her.
But he had all ears. He was all ears. Right. So it was another song about the perception, and this is very relatable. I know for a lot of people in Baltimore, because crack hit Baltimore hard. So it was probably, everybody had somebody that was close to them that was on it. You know what I mean? Right. Especially in Baltimore. Just about everybody I know.
I think in the song he was talking about primarily alcohol. Though. I don't think
he was talking about alcohol, but addiction. Period. Is what I think this song more speaks to.
Or the theme of the album in general.
Right, exactly. So it was very, very sad song.
Yeah, it was a sad song. I would say this song reached out to my emotions the most on this album. as well. And as children, our parents, I think, scare and upset us, and our retrospect and understanding as adults makes us look back with regret that we couldn't do more to, like, instead of being spiteful towards them, we could have. And I've seen some teenagers, some kids that are strong enough to actually
that takes a lot,
like stand by their parents, like even when they're dealing with bullshit from their parents. So he speaks about how he can never really say what he really wants to his mom about her alcoholism, calling him late when she got work in the morning. Like he want to say something to her about this, he want to say something to her about it, but it's like, but I know she gonna ream me out if I do.
Right.
So
she just be want to talk. She drunk, just want to talk to him. She probably miss him.
Right.
So she tell him at one point, like, you know what it feel like to have your heart broke, So she depressed, and he mentions depression. And depression and drugs, typically go hand in hand. So
yeah, and that was another actually I think that was the theme of I mean, he continues obviously the same general thing, but he really gets into like the root causes of addiction on the next track.
But yeah, the last thing I want to say about this is that another echo, the robot lady voice at the end of this track, she's saying, choose your pain wisely.
Once again,
choose wisely your pain. Actually, I think that's how she says it.
The way you deal with that shit.
Right.
And so Friends, Kill is actually listed on this one. He's actually listed as a feature. Drug addiction is caused by trauma that mostly minorities go through. So what we just finished saying, basically.
Yep.
Once an addict, which I put a note here saying that was a whole song. Was called, but it was called an interlude because it was an interlude or like a prelude to this song.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I agree.
So I guess this is that, like, so once an addict was an interlude and then Friends was the actual song, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Interlude to the song.
Whatever. It was two songs. Like whatever.
Basically 2 songs.
But it makes me think about how unrelatable you can be to some people if they don't think you can understand struggle or their struggle or their struggle in general. I think one of the messages I got here was people on the same drugs, whether it be alcohol or weed, whatever it may be. People who are on the same drugs, I think, like, kind of land on the same frequency as far as struggle. Like they can be instantly connected in a lot of cases.
That's a good observation.
I think that's why they call liquor spirits.
I definitely, that is why.
And also, one of my notes is one of the better executions in the album, so I was very happy with the song. It's one of the better executions as well. Yeah,
I think and he mentions the narcotics, the database of narcotics is increasing with his success, because he's in these circles now, probably exposed to more things than he was ever able to be exposed to without money or success, Shit. So was aggravated without it. He's like, at this point I need it. I'm annoyed if I don't have it. These are symptoms of addiction that he's talking about. Various ways to place blame is what addicts look for as well. Another symptom of addiction. And he mentions all these. I could blame my mother. I could blame my father. I could blame the president. He's like, I could make 200 songs on who I could blame. But the point of the matter is, you're not supposed to be blaming people. Just say no out here in these streets. But yeah, that's okay. Kids struggle with a lot of it, and instead of numbing, face your demons, kill our demons. Another metaphor for KO. Another part of the acronym of KOD, kill our demons. He mentions that meditate,
and then he introduced introduced the solution right here.
Right.
And
which is imperative, because some people that might listen to this have maybe never considered meditation. Meditation is lit.
Meditation is lit out here. I'll probably have to circle back around to my last thought. I lost it, and I don't have a note for it. That's cool. So we can just move on for now. Maybe I'll think of it later. But
Window Pane is the outro to this song.
To the album, I guess. Yeah, because the next song, the next song is the intro to his next album, I guess.
Okay. I feel like this is the outro to
the album, I think. I guess because he's
saying if he gave the song Friends an interlude, then he would give it an outro too. That's how I took it.
But I think prelude. You know what? You're right. I mean, it's some fucked up titles. You could be right or I could be right. It can go either way.
But yeah,
You're
Window
right.
Pane is the name of it. The intro and the outro is a child talking about something that the intro is a child talking about something violent that he witnessed.
Yeah.
So the outro part of the song is again that little boy. He's very articulate. He's very.
And I thought it was a girl. Okay.
Oh.
I think he said it was a girl, but
maybe it was.
I could be wrong.
Okay. What he was saying was so ahead of his time because he was like, because they asked him, why do you think bad things happen to good people? And he was like, because it's part of God's plan. He's coming back. He's going to start a new world. And I was like, okay,
wow.
kid. Like, that was powerful, you know? So I like this song. You can go ahead and I'll wrap up my notes.
Just Window Pane is you know, it's cleverly titled to me because this girl watched her family member get shot, you know, through a house. So I think that's why it's called Window Pane. And you know, it's a continuing theme. Like it's the themes are very well placed in order.
I think so.
And so he's in Window Pane, he's continuing to have regret for the good that he wanted to do for his friends and family.
Right.
And he's trying to pay it forward to by shouting out this little girl.
Okay.
Is what I got from it. So it's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it's an ugly song because of the shit that happens. Like, you know, he said that little girl went through some shit that the realest shit that he ever went through, for real, you know.
Yeah.
So it's an ugly song, really, but it's I appreciate
There's
him.
beauty in it. Yeah.
I appreciate him paying it forward and doing what he could for people. You know.
That's a good point. I feel like this song was about, you know, people want acceptance so bad, you know what I mean, that they'll do black people.
Yeah, he actually says. I think he says that in the track, right? Like
he said niggas.
Right, but they'll do anything as far as like joining gangs, you know, Crips and Bloods and other parts besides Cali. Like they'll do anything, right?
Exactly. And the drugs also contribute to violent behavior. So another tie-in with the, you know, because he mentions that too in the song. We know we reap what we sow. He just want to see his granny on the other side, and you know, basic stuff. He does want to do right, but it's like he struggles with it, you know.
Yeah.
He struggles with it. So I mean, I think he's taking the right steps. I think you're a good guy, J. Cole.
He is. Yeah, he's really expressing his pain here and giving it to us, and sharing his pain with us, and you know, and also helping us like cope with our pain by making us, you know, making it relatable, making himself relatable.
Yeah.
So 1985, and again it says intro to the Fall Off.
The Fall Off has to be the next album.
The next album, I'm thinking, yeah.
Because when I googled the Fall Off, I thought it was a movie or something. I thought it was something, and it was his own intro to that movie, you know. But
I you know what?
Anything but his information.
Somebody had to. I think he had to drop this track now, as opposed to like putting it in the next album.
Yeah.
Because somebody had to say that shit like now.
Yeah, this is going to come out the next month.
Yeah, like somebody had to say this shit because it's like he's going in these new rappers. You know, I'm not gonna put no names out there, but there's some rappers out there just looking and sounding ridiculous right now. A lot of these new niggas. So, okay, so I got a quote on here.
Okay, cool.
I'll be around forever. My skills is tip top. To any amateurs that want to get rock, just remember when I told you when your shit flop. In 5 years you're gonna be on Love and Hip Hop. And he laughed and shit. And when he said get rock, like I mean, because J. Cole's like an OG now. Like I mean, I'm like, dang, I can't believe I've been listening to him for so long, and he's been hot. Over 10 years now. Is it past 10 years?
Are you sure?
I think he's
close to it.
I think he's past 10 years.
This is his fifth album, so if he did one, I know he don't do one every year. So he probably do one like every other year.
I feel like his
So it probably is about 10 years.
Something like that. I mean, he's been I mean, not to mention underground shit, but it's like it's at least 10 years, I think. But it's like he an OG now, and it's like when he said, you know, to any amateurs who want to get rock, like I just imagine him with like boxing gloves on, like knocking niggas out. That's the imagery I had in my head.
Imagery.
But it's you know, classic battle rap style, but we're very conceptual, letting them know like longevity. The key to longevity is having concepts. That's debatable because it's like even when I argue with my boy about this. So I argued with not argued but debated with a friend of mine on the day this album came out. When KOD came out, I debated with him about basically, you know, when there's any kind of hip hop battle between new cats and or like in like the old OGs or whatever, people who've been around for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And basically he was just saying, well, in the public eye, it doesn't even matter what the OG says, because it's like the OG is just like they're not relevant right now. So it's a new cats that got all the attention right now. Like people don't really care what the old guy has really to say.
Right.
And I can see both sides of the argument.
I can see.
I can see both sides of the argument. So I mean that might be another episode, but I mean
that'd be a good topic
because it's like, okay, but J. Cole may be onto something. I mean, is it really that unique concept to really last in hip hop? Is that really what it is? I mean, okay, one more thing. I'm gonna let you go in a minute. I'm sorry. So
I'll let you finish, bud.
No, because this song sparked like some mini research for me too.
Okay.
On Love and Hip Hop, because I've never watched the show in my fucking life.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, who's been on Love and Hip Hop? And sure enough, most of the artists that were on this list, it was like 30 rappers. I've never heard of, or like I've known them to be whack artists. The majority of them. There were only like, I think 3 or 4 names I could remember, and they were actually like guys that could actually spit. So I mean, it was like it was like a little project I did, because he said Love and Hip Hop, So
right.
J. Cole encouraged me to do my first research on Love and Hip Hop, basically.
Okay. But that's interesting though, because the only ones on there I know was relevant. I know Remy Ma on there, Lil Scrappy was alright.
Joe Budden was on there.
Joe Budden was on there.
Joe Budden was a spitter though, you know what I mean?
Who else? That's all I could think about. That was halfway something. Everybody else is just they some LA famous, so they
right.
Hollywood.
I mean, you had some spitters on there. You had Consequence and Saigon on there. Those guys are spitters too, but they
on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, but they didn't become.
I didn't know they was on Love and Hip Hop.
But they also didn't really become mainstream either. They weren't
Saigon was nice.
Yeah, he is nice. He wasn't like, but nice guys don't make it to the mainstream usually.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah.
I thought this song was about him encouraging new artists.
Yeah.
And how our Black culture influences the youth, and to be mindful of your lyrical content, spend your money wisely. Just giving some tips on the rap game. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was just, hey, look out for this, be careful. This is how people perceive you. These white people gonna go and do what you do. So are the black kids. You know what I'm saying? But there's a difference in the two. You know what I mean?
Real shit.
So be mindful of your influence and the power that you could possibly acquire through this hip hop era. And to what you said, hip hop, it's changing. Hip hop changes.
It's evolving too.
Yeah, I believe it's doing both. So we just gotta see what happens. But I think all in all, young kids should pay homage, but stand your ground too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be fair, you know what I mean? But so that's KOD, y'all. You got any last remarks? What you get this album?
I gave it going through the review live always changes my perspective. Like right there on the spot, just talking about the album.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stick with my guns though and call it an 8.5.
Okay.
But which is a great rating. It's a great album.
Yeah.
It's still a great album.
Yeah.
Just a lot of I got it. Maybe I got to get with the times, because this is the second album we have reviewed in a row that was filled with like a lot of bridges and not a lot of verses.
Yeah, bridges.
I don't know if I mentioned like one of my notes. I don't know if I said it out loud, but they were like tracks that only had like 1 verse or 1.5 verses. And it was like, eh.
Yeah.
And but the album's already short. The album's only like 12 or 13 songs, so it's like, okay, you're gonna have short songs and a short track list of short songs. So it's like,
and
I gotta get with the times. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I do. You know what I mean?
I don't think so. I think you like what you like, and that's what this is about.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know what? I give this album a 9, and I give this album a 9 because I give it a 9 for positivity.
Oh yeah.
Without the positivity though, I probably would have gave it like a 7.5.
Okay. So we're at 8.5.
Yeah. But just because of what he's talking about, that gets a thumbs up in my book.
The concepts are strong.
Yeah, the concepts are strong. I like the art. I like the artist. There was one track I didn't mention it on the notes. I can't remember what track it was, but the chorus was like just repetitive, and I don't like that. And I want you guys to know that.
You talking about ATM and Motivate?
Like I don't like when it's just the same word and that's your chorus. Like I don't like that.
Do something else.
Yeah. But we'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's time once again for those passion points with Tone and Trina. Thanks so much, y'all. Sit back, relax, and catch these points. Passion points. Passion.
Hey guys, we're back. Thanks for sticking with us. I know you just heard that last intro. Hoping you liked it. But we're going to try to switch it up every week.
Yeah,
trying to get Bro to hop on the track where we see what that thing be like. See what that thing be like.
Yeah, that'll be the real switch up right there. Because I'm not very.
Not gonna do it.
I'm in here doing reviews because I'm not musically inclined as far as like my own talent, singing and rapping. Like, stick to your day job. You know what I mean? Stick to what you're good at.
Yeah, right. I'm not great at it, but I think it's funny.
You're putting out good quality shit though with your intros though.
You can do it too, bro.
I might give it a shot. We'll see what's going on out here.
Good. So this is our passion point segment. My passion today is about something. This isn't really table talk, so if you're eating, stop. It's gross.
Oh man, I'm about to leave if it's that bad shit.
So when I was leaving Delray Beach, I had to catch a train called the Tri-Station train, or at the Tri-Station.
Mm-hmm.
But like the train was called Tri-Station too, I think. It wasn't like at the Mark. Whatever. So I caught from Delray to Fort Lauderdale. And while I was in transit, there was this man sitting across from me, a grown adult white male, and he was riding a bike. And it was I'm like a McLaren bike. It was like, I'm like, okay.
Nice.
I'm looking at him, checking him out, like, always checking out people on the train. Train people can be weird people sometimes,
The public transport period.
Poetry, yeah. There's always some characters on there, you know. So, I'm watching him, and, I'm like this, and I'm like, I'm looking, and he digs up his nose with his pinky, and I watched him, and he got the thing, and I seen him look down at it, and I seen him roll it and let his hand chill. And then like 2 to 4 seconds later, he ate that thing. Do you understand what I'm telling you? He ate his boogie. So I was like, I almost vomited on the train. I made a laugh. I was like, ugh. He ain't look over because he probably knew because I wasn't long. I was only like 6 feet from him. I was like, ugh. And I was gonna say, don't eat your. I was gonna scold him if he had looked at me, because I was like, I could not believe it. And then it's so crazy because how you notice something and then you notice it more and more and more. There was somebody on Facebook that posted about somebody that they saw at work, like, yeah, girl, I seen such and such eat your boogies today. I was like, so there's grown people out here that's eating boogers.
Grown people.
Is this a pandemic?
It's stuff I was doing when I was like 3 years old, though.
I definitely used to like boogies too.
When you were 2 and 3 years old, you did that shit. But
these are adults.
Adults.
Capital A.
Adolf Hitler and shit. Adults.
These are adults out here eating boogies. I'm passionate about not eating boogies today. That's all I gotta say. Case closed. I'm done. I can't.
It's not a good look to be out there in the real world in the public.
On a train now?
Well, that's we just
said.
Said
you really wanted that boogie. You couldn't wait to get in private.
We just said that that's what weirdos are, though. We just said that, but
can't wait to eat that boogie.
I want to make a point here about. I'm very passionate about being I don't know if conservative is even the word to use,
politically correct.
the word I'm basically what I'm trying to say is I salvage things to like the end of their usefulness. That's what that's what I'm trying to say.
You are a keeper of things. So they cannot be kept anymore.
Now, no, I mean, no. Most times when I clean, I do throw quite a bit of stuff away. I mean, I regularly throw things away. I'm not like a pack rat. You can still maneuver around my space and shit. You feel me?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But I do salvage devices or anything that has like a technical function to the end of its useful life, like the very end of it. And I'm gonna empty a milk carton, like I'm gonna do all that juice, whatever it is, like I empty it every time. So that's just me. So I got these old ass shoes. These
I don't even know what you're about to say.
I'm not going to endorse the name brand, but
hey, Rockports.
You know what? I never had a pair of Rockports before, so I know that's a big deal up in Baltimore.
Some loafers, Nick. Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I know they the shit. I know Rockports are the shit. See,
y'all quarters in my shit.
Now we endorsing shit. That's cool. So
shut up.
It's all good. So these shoes are starting to, or they have already. I can't even say starting to, but they're peeling like on the backside. I guess because I don't consistently use my shoehorn for them, so that's what happens. And they were nice looking shoes, nice little high top, with the zippers and all that. The designs. No, when I say peeling, I'm talking not insoles. I'm talking about the outside back. I'm talking about the back of the shoe.
What are like Flintstone feet coming through?
On the it's like no, I'm talking about it's at the top. So okay. it's just like it's strictly cosmetic.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with the functionality of like the shoe itself, like where you can see the foot or anything. Okay. It's just the top of the back.
Okay.
That is the material is peeling off. I don't know if that's leather or what it is.
Okay.
And it's like, dang, I've had these shoes for years, and it's like I very seldom buy shoes. Like I got a pair of J's that are now quite a few years old, and they still look pretty fresh. So I mean, but it's like, dang, it's time to, at this point now that these shoes are wearing out, I got only like about three good pairs of shoes for real that I can wear in the public and shit. It's like, dang, it's time to re-up on shoes. But I just thought that was funny because I'm thinking about somebody we know that
it's the opposite of
salvage. That wastes everything there is, and if it's slightly worn, it's gonna get thrown away. It doesn't matter. And niggas is saving nothing out here. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can at least sell it on
the eBay
on OfferUp or something. You get an OfferUp at make a couple dollars or something.
Yeah, Facebook got a market now too.
Like
I almost bought a vending machine off Facebook. For like $400. You trying to go ahead with me on a vending machine?
Yeah, let's do that shit. I'm with it.
Vending machine, it's a good way to see how you handle money.
Okay.
Slide you into the business.
Yeah, don't bullshit me on that. I'll be in there.
Oh, I already got the websites that we can go to that show you who needs them.
I think the hardest part about I think the hardest part about anything with the location really is just the location. Of it. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Place it.
I'm subscribed to this website or this account that lets me know who needs them. You see what I'm saying? So, boom, got that.
And I mean,
I just gotta get.
I personally am a victim of vending machines as well. Well, I was. It's been
a victim.
Yeah, okay. So we both have office jobs, right?
Yeah, I work in an office. Yeah.
Okay, so we both. Yeah, so the majority of people in office jobs eat junk food. They eat vending machine.
You don't have a vending machine in their job. It's a small job though.
But most people, I'm just saying, most times when you have an office job,
you get mad. Let me get some goddamn snacks.
You be in the vending machine though. You feel me? So it's right. Like it's still like it's something it's been a while. It's been almost a year since I've ordered something from it, or I bought something from the vending machine. But I mean, ever since I started making my smoothies, that was the key, and I put apple cider vinegar in there, which supposedly curbs your appetite anyway.
Right.
So, but it's not the passion point, right? So,
passion point, that's what I was looking
at. It kind of is. We in it though. We in there, like
whatever.
But we in there right now. So, but a lot of people are. That's what I mean by victim, like because you're sitting down, you're sedentary, unless you get a standing desk.
And they're getting more and more though. They had that at my job.
And you're eating vending machine, but most people are still sitting down.
Yeah.
And they're eating vending machine food all day.
Yeah, that's their fault. There's a lot of tips online for them, the meal plan.
That's why I use the word victim. I use the word victim for that reason. You feel me? So I've been the victim, so that's why I'm like, well, I guess they still make money.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. The vending machines are still making fucking money out here.
You gotta be in a good
I don't
location.
think they should be. They're not popular to me, but it's like, I guess y'all still like vending machine food. This shit is overpriced now. Like, you used to get the crackers for like 40 cents.
If you're hungry, they got healthy stuff in some vending
The
machines.
crackers be like 75, 80 cents now though. How this shit just
Yeah,
gets
you're
so
the
high.
only one in the world who doesn't like vending machines.
That's what's up. So it's time.
But we're gonna buy some.
That's why.
And you're my partner.
So right. So we'll have
Now
that.
nobody wants to sell you vending machines.
We'll have the supply for you. Basically, if you want some junk, we got you.
You ruined
Basically, what?
You ruined it.
Fuck out of here. We still got that junk food for y'all. We still got it.
it.
Got it on deck. We still got it for y'all. You still gonna buy it?
But yeah, let us know how you feel about boogies and how you shouldn't eat them. And again, follow us. Questions, comments, concerns. Absolutely Alphas. We're on SoundCloud. We're on iTunes, iHeartRadio,
All that.
Libsyn, Google Play.
You say YouTube?
YouTube. We have the videos. This video is on YouTube. So make sure you follow, share, like, subscribe, all of the above, and engage with us on Facebook and Instagram. We have 2 pages on Facebook. We have an Alphas Explain page where we do most of our dialogue, and or give you little tidbits about us and updates and things about things we're following. And then we have our Alphas, Absolutely Alphas Facebook page where we just pretty much post content like the video and the SoundCloud links. So be sure if you got a question, concern, if there's something that you want us to talk about, let us know.
Yeah, comment.
I was thinking about doing like a letter, like a write-in session.
Yeah.
Something like
That'd be something
that.
cool. Do like a live, like Instagram session.
Yeah,
like
like tell us, write us a question. Yeah. So yeah, let us know what you think. AbsolutelyAlphas@gmail.com. That's our email address. And we are so thankful for you again. Thank you so much. We love you guys so much. And we'll be right back with our honorable mentions and local artists.
Absolutely. So we're back with the honorable mentions. So there's some new heat that's
Yes.
like brand spanking new,
Brand new
out
heat.
here.
That we like and we
Yeah,
would like for you to check out as well,
yeah,
because we want to hear if you like it.
might be out there already. It might not be, but
They're bangers, so
yeah,
we only going to give you
definitely.
the new bangers.
So Prince has a new album. How about
new
that?
song.
How about this shit?
A new
It wasn't an
song.
album?
It was not an album.
Okay, I'm bugging.
Nothing Compares to You, which is a
I thought it
remake
was a whole
of
album. My bad.
who sang? I think Paula Abdul. I think Paula Abdul originally did that song.
Okay.
So shout out.
But
to
still,
Prince.
I mean,
R.I.P.
yes, shouts to the Prince fans. I'm sure you'll appreciate that though. Prince is still making heat out here though. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's cool. And excuse me. So burps and hiccups. So on the way, OTW by Khalid.
DJ Khaled.
It just says Khalid. It isn't.
Okay, that's the R&B artist.
It doesn't actually say Khalid.
It's ID?
DJ Khalid. It doesn't say DJ.
Is it ID?
ID.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the R&B artist.
Okay, I'm bugging. So
yeah. You're fine.
so there's Black with the 6. Is that pronounced as Black? Is that pronounced?
Mhm.
Okay, got you. And
I
Ty Dolla.
love that. The Black's first album was dope.
Oh yeah, the album.
Black
Yeah,
and White,
the
yeah.
single he had was
Yeah,
fire.
the album is dope.
And
Good content.
and then on the way is obviously about on the way to your shorty's crib, about the beat or whatever. You know what I mean? You're thinking about her. I'm on the way
On
over
the
there.
way to the crib, yeah.
You know what I mean? Shifting gears, getting over there, all that.
I
stuff,
could definitely see that as a club song too.
It's yeah. It's I mean
90%
if
of people in the
it's
club.
not a single already, it will be like very soon. Like if it's already probably on your radio. And then we got No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana Grande. Celebrates having no more tears. And it sounds like sad at first. You're talking about tears, so it sounds sad at first.
Sad, yeah.
But you don't have any more tears. So you don't have any more tears to cry. It's time to turn up. Like I'm out of tears, so it's time to fucking turn
when
up.
tears
out here.
are gone,
You
then
feel me? Then
naturally
I'm about to get out here and get this shit. I'm about to be lit out here. You feel me?
You liked it?
Yeah. You know what? I did like this song. I fucked with this song heavy. And
I saw that and I didn't listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it now.
No Tears Left to Cry.
Well, obviously, you like it.
And and it should be a good thing when you run out of tears too.
Yep, it should be. 'Cause
It's-
that's how you know,
it's-
like,
it's
okay,
supposed
this
to be.
your morning has passed. Get over this person leaving behind.
Like
in the past.
it's a logical like answer. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it makes sense.
I agree. I agree. All right, so
But it has a good melody to it too. Like you'll like the song.
I'm gonna check
if you
it out.
haven't heard it already.
I might add it to my playlist if I like it.
You should add that to your playlist.
All right, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so on to my 3. The first one I have is Janelle Monáe. Shout out to Janelle Monáe. She's doing a lot of stuff.
I had a crush on her, man. Like
she's beautiful. I Like That is the name of one of the new tracks she released. She released 3. I think one is called Pink too, with a Y, and the video is really weird. I don't really like the song, but I like the song I Like That. And then so check that out. And then another song she came out with is Make Me Feel. Nice song, very poppy. But so out of the 3, I like the song I Like That the best. So I want to mention that. The artist Zayn, Zayn. I don't know if he's Puerto Rican or Caucasian, but a song Let Me. He has a song Let Me, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful song. I was asking about Khaled because Khaled is also a featured person on a track Lovely by Billie Eilish, E-I-L-I-S-H.
How about that shit?
And it's him. He has a very, you know that song like, tell me your location, let's focus on communication.
Okay, I remember this song.
His voice sounds like that. That's how he has a voice like similar to that. I don't think that's him, but he has a voice like that. Ooh. But those are my 3, so you can always check those out. And then we have, who do we have as our local artist?
So we got, the guy I know personally is Fame P. I am ill prepared to actually speak about this.
Well, Fame P, check him out. We're gonna play him on the outro.
The song, I mean, and now my phone decides to be slow. So maybe the group is named Brata. Maybe that's the name of the group. But my boy is Fame P. I went to school with him. So the track is You Ain't Ready. I mean, but
it's a nice track.
Every time I heard Fame P, he was hot. I mean, that's unbiased because I mean I heard a lot of whack dudes that I went to school with too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
So I mean, So I mean, I'm not gonna have him on the show if it's whack, but Fame P out here in the Virginia Beach is hot though. Like I mean, like real heat though. Like legit execution, bars, flow.
And you can hear him on the track. You Ain't Ready. The track is dope.
You Ain't Ready. And it's also like I mean a dope like for any kind of mood. Like it also has a party vibe to it.
Upbeat, yeah.
It's upbeat. Yes, upbeat.
A little reggae vibe to it.
I shouldn't say party vibe, but reggae is party though, ain't it?
Yeah.
So it's like
I mean, it can be like just.
It
depends on the type of reggae.
It's definitely upbeat. You'll like it. You know, You Ain't Ready. Look it up on YouTube by Brata. You can also look up Fame P though. That's my boy right there. I'll be honest. Fame P is like I follow him more than I follow his group, so I got to follow his group some more to really know. But Fame P is my man.
I wanted to close with this. I know I said we were going to do a lot of different genres, and we really haven't gotten too radical with that. Kind of just stuck in the hip hop and R&B, but in the rock and roll. But classical, I listen to classical music and jazz as well, and reggae a lot too. But one gem that I wanted to leave you with, since we haven't really been too radical, is artist that I like. He's an Italian composer. His name is Roberto Cassiopeia, and I can't remember the name of the album, but the song that I like the best on the album, and one of my favorite songs of his, is called Atlantico. So Atlantico, Atlantico. Roberto Cassiopeia. Just spell it the way you think it's spelled, and Google will figure it out if you're gonna look him up. But he's on all your major platforms as well. But so that's it. You got anything else?
Yeah, that's it. Comment your opinions, your feelings, your ratings, or
you agree, disagree,
what you thought about these songs and tracks and albums. Like just.
And we want your feedback. What do you think of the show? Like,
what do you think of the show?
What do you think of us?
How we looking?
Yeah. Are we giving you what you need?
Would you like me to wear, different types of clothes or hats, or I don't know.
I'm just gonna wear Ralph every time, Curry.
It doesn't matter what she wears, It's just a fly no matter what. But maybe you wanna see me dressed a little different.
Yeah, let's dress brother. Let's do that. But yeah,
there you go.
Facebook, Absolutely Alphas. Instagram, Absolutely Alphas. Email address, absolutelyalphas@gmail.com. I know I just settled this. I just want to remind you before we leave. And as promised on the outro, you'll hear the local artist that we mentioned. What's his name?
Fame P.
Fame P. So thank you again for tuning in. I hope you guys have a good week. Peace.
See ya. Click that subscribe button on YouTube. Click it right now. Click it. That shit.
Right? Brata. Tight as a bong rip, I'm a big mon split, smoke down to a roach clip. Every rhyme ferocious, L fabulous, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'm getting bread with the toaster on butter in the morning. Global killer, MJ thriller without warning. King, nah, you ain't ready for me. Nah, you ain't ready for we. Nah, and niggas never will be. Try suicide and even I couldn't kill me. I want niggas to hate me, cause love gets you killed, B. Keep your mouth shut, niggas get killed over spilled tea. And over a kilo G, we'll kill a G. And you, if you was in the room, you wouldn't kill a B. Keep it real, B. You ain't ready for me, nah. You ain't ready for we, yo. I break it down and crush it, and smoke like Spike's mustard. Diamond cut cluster, turn to gold when I touch it. The master of the Duchess, Phillies, Owls, and Optimo. High grade steam, then the challenge forgotten flow. Cut your smoke choke as the fire was burnt. I write with a chip on my shoulder and think of my son. Nah, you ain't ready for me. Nah, you ain't ready for we. Yo, the revolution won't be seen on TV. We tuned in to a different network, believe me. Nah, you ain't ready for me. Nah, you ain't ready for we. Yo, the revolution won't be seen on TV. This is hip hop, King Apocalypse and Fame P. Nah, you ain't ready for me. Nah, you ain't ready for we. Yo, the Babylon Armageddon already upon us. Them armed deadly and already gone us. Them heavy on every corner and ready to dead and gone us. Forget all that, let's just get along. Stuff, let's get it on, bruh. I'm Cardi B, I be forever on it. We don't stop beefing, not even a Dr. Sebi's on her. Nah, you ain't ready for me. Nah, you ain't ready for we. I'm soul on black ice, the midnight heist. I was born in a cipher with drums and peace pipes. Rastaman type, burn chalice and pass it on the right. In the name of the Father, get high as a satellite. Warrior blood type, forged in the fires of a never-ending fight. We take over the site, drugs. Nah, you ain't ready for me. Nah, you ain't ready for we. Yo, practice makes perfect. Unless you practice and coming and acting. Actually, the fact is practice ain't worth shit. Keep sleeping on me like your mattress ain't worth shit. And have your neck snapped where the dirt lives. Why compare verses versus your shits? My worst shit's better. And I ain't spit one whack verse since whenever. You ain't ready for me. Nah. You ain't ready for we. The revolution won't be seen on TV. We tuned in to a different network, believe me. Nah, you ain't ready for me. Nah, you ain't ready for we. Yo, the revolution won't be seen on TV. This is hip hop, King Apocalypse and Fame P. Nah, you ain't ready for me. Nah, you ain't ready for we. Yo, the revolution. This is hip hop. Nah, you ain't ready for me. Nah, you ain't ready for we. Yo, the revolution. This is hip hop. Nah, you ain't ready for me. Nah, you ain't ready for we. Yo.
Five-star general.